Hello again, racing fans. Welcome. Good to have you along as we preview Sunday the 13th race meeting in the capital of KZN at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. Hopefully it's going to be a lucky 13 for someone, because if you are going to be taking your free Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge entry, you need to be on bright and early by 11:30. Yes, you heard me right, by 11:30 you need to have your selections on. Once you've put them through, take the bet slip. That is very, very important. Once you've played the bet slip, that is what puts you in line for that big, life-changing jackpot prize if you were to be the one person to correctly pick all the winners on the program. There are 10 races on the Hollywoodbets Scottsville program on Sunday. The first gets underway at 11:35. Best of luck. Hopefully you'll find the winners. I thought there's one or two that could stand out, but by and large I thought a tricky card, and we have to play the exotics with a bit of cover. The first race is a maiden plate, where 10 runners will line up at the 1,000 metre mark, and I had narrowed it down to a race in two, between number 2 Galactic Lover and number 10 Old Fashioned. Initially I thought number 2 Galactic Lover, purely on the strength of that last start that really caught the eye, when second over this course and distance. Rachel Vineker's on board. She takes the kilo and a half off the back, and I thought we can expect another honest performance from Galactic Lover. But number 10 Old Fashioned, from the visiting stable of Clinton Binder, does bring very, very good high-fall form to KZN. And I do think that particularly those last two starts, when second in on both occasions over this type of trip, with Sean Veal now being booked to ride, can go one better. Hence the reason I'm siding with number 10 Old Fashioned to win it, ahead of number 2 Galactic Lover. For third I'm going with 6 Bomber Stream, and fourth number 1 Captainship. 10-2-6-1, the numbers in race number 1. Now the bottom of race 1, Hull says, race 2, Ruby Rising. She will prefer 1,000 metres and can give a good account of herself. That to me is good enough to side with her as my first choice selection in race number 2. Initially I thought number 3, Are You Sure? Definitely one for the shortlist. Good form, speedy type, having its peak run, definitely one that must be considered. Same can be said about number 6, Lucian. Type of horse I would normally go for, purely because the horse showed the necessary improvement from first to second start, and any amount of further natural progress can be expected. The horse that finished just behind Lucian in third was a horse called Your Ladyship, who has subsequently come out and franked that form line. But, having read Duncan Hull's comments about number 8, Ruby Rising, having a look at that last start, where she finished third, that was against the boys. That was a very, very good run, coupled with the fact that the horse that finished downfield in 7th, a horse called Katavar, has subsequently come out and won. She'll be up with the pace, and I do think she may be hard to peg back in the run to the wire, so I'm going 8, Ruby Rising to win it, ahead of number 6, Lucian. For third I'm going number 3, Are You Sure? And fourth, number 4, Belle of Anglers. 8, 6, 3, 4. The numbers I'm going with in race number 2. Third race, first leg of the place accumulator. Maiden plate over 1,400 metres. 11 runners carded to contest race 3. Now I went with the visitor in race number 1. I'm going with the visitor in race number 3. And I'm siding with Justin Snaith's 9 Gran Canaria, who brings very good Cape Town form to KZN, and we do know how strong Cape Town form really is. Now, Gran Canaria ran an absolute cracker last time out, when second, first time since being gelded. I do think will strip much fitter. Second run after rest, and with a bit of luck in running, he should be involved in the shake-up. So 9 Gran Canaria to win race 3, ahead of 6 White Seahorse. For third I'm going 11 Sovereign Command, and fourth number 1 Pioneer Square. On to race 4, first leg of the pick 6. Class 4 fillies and mares, benchmark 80 over 1,400 metres, and a field of 15 plus 3 reserves carded for race number 4. Tricky race, I thought, and having gone through all of them, I'm going to give one horse another chance to redeem himself, and that is number 6, Redu. I went for this horse last time out. This horse certainly owes me. He raced for Andy over 1,600 metres last time out. He fought hard all the way to the wire, but just found one too good on the day. I do think that he can go one better this time round, because the form of that race has been franked by the horse that finished 5th, a horse called Faiza, who's come out and won since. Cabela Mazziniani knows her well. He retains the ride for Wendy Whitehead, and from up with the pace, I do think we'll say, come and catch me if you can, in the run to the wire. So I'm going 6 Redoute to win it, ahead of 2 Princess Goldie, 8 La Madalena, and 1 Pour Some Sugar on Me. Race 5 on the programme is the non-black type Highland Night Cup, over 2,400 metres, and a field of 9 runners are carded to contest race 5 on the programme. And there are quite a few hard knockers in this race if you look at some of the names that is looking to capture their good earlier form. And I thought, let me go with a horse that I think is up and coming in a race of this nature. And that's why I'm siding with number 7, Averny King, as my first choice. This horse was an easy winner of his last start over 2,000 metres. That was at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. And if you look at his form, you'll see that he finished 2nd in both his starts over this course and distance. Now, despite the fact that he is up in trip, he's a horse that is still on the up, and hence the reason I think he's got what it takes to be competitive in a race of this nature. So I'm going 7, Averny King, to win race 5 ahead of 3, Shoot the Rapids, 4, Duke of Africa for 3rd, and 4th, number 1, Master of Paris. That takes us on to race 6, which is the non-black type Scarlet Lady. This race to be run over 1,750 metres. 9 runners carded to contest race 6 on the programme. And having gone through all of them, I thought, why not? Let's give last year's winner a chance to go back-to-back, and hence the reason I'm siding with number 8, Celtic Beauty. That was a very good comeback run last time out against the boys, when she set the pace and she cast a shoe in running. So that was a run full of merit. She would have come on with the benefit of that run under the belt. She should strip much fitter second run after rest. And I do think that she can be rewarded for consistency in a race of this nature and come out and defend her crown. So I'm going 8, Celtic Beauty to win it, ahead of 1, Sasha's Dream, 6, Masharina, and 3, Broadway Girl. Race 7 is the feature on the programme. It's the listed WSB Sledgehammer, over 1,750, and a small field of just 8 runners to contest race 7 on the card. And once again, I do think that the Cape Town form will come to the fore in this race, and hence the reason I'm siding with Justin Snaith and Craig Zaki. 8, Legal Counsel, is my choice to win the WSB Sledgehammer. Winner of his last 2 starts. He set the pace last time out of 1,800. That was at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. And he fought on gallantly all the way to the wire to keep challenges at bay. That's the kind of race that I'm expecting him to run at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. He does take a step up in class, yes. He's up against a few hard knockers, but he comes into this race with a nice handy galloping weight of just 53 kilos on his back, and I do think that he can bring up the hat-trick. So, 8, Legal Counsel to win it, ahead of last year's winner, number 3, Narina Trogan. For 3rd, I'm going with 6, Salukwe, and 4th, number 1, Fire and Flames. That takes us on to the 8th race on the programme. It's a C Stakes over 1,000 metres and a field of 12 runners to contest race 8 on the programme now. A lot of you will probably tell me I'm becoming a bit of a fan because of the horse I'm going for in this race. Another one of those horses that owes me. 11, Happy Analia. Now, she fought hard when she was 2nd over 1,200 metres at Hollywoodbets Scottsville last time out, but I do think that she is much more effective over the minimum trip. All 3 of her career victories have come over this distance. She does receive her sex allowance, so I do think she will give the boys a good run for their money. Cabela Mazziniani retains the ride. 11, Apanalia owes me, and I do think she can go one better and beat number 8, Northern Warrior, 5, Rhythm, and 2, Master Bling. Not an easy end to the day as we head into the penultimate race on the programme. Race 9, a Class 5 benchmark 66 over 1,200, where 12 runners will contest the 9th race on the programme. I was umming and ahhing where to go and who to side with. In the end, I'm leaning towards number 3, Ultra Quick, as the horse that I'm going with. This horse showed good improvement when 3rd over the distance at Hollywoodbets Scottsville last time out. And I do think the Governor Arena factor is what swayed me in Ultra Quick's favour. I do think we'll be able to get that little bit extra out of Ultra Quick, and hence the reason I'm going 3 Ultra Quick to win it, ahead of 9 Perini Palace, 11 Prize Platinum, and 7 Double Olympic. The last race on the card is run over 1,400 metres. It's a Class 4 benchmark 80, where we have 15 runners plus 3 reserves. Big field to close the meeting, not easy. However, if we go back to Hals's comments in the winning form, he says, Rooster Bradshaw, honest and consistent, can give a good account of himself. Sold. I'm going with 10 Rooster Bradshaw, and when I looked at the form I saw 2 decent post-maiden efforts. So let's go with 15 Rooster Bradshaw to win the last of the afternoon, ahead of 8 Ricardo, 5 Mr. Nimbles, and 14 Tobacconist. 15, 8, 5, 14, the numbers in the last of the afternoon, and that takes care of our preview for racing at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Sunday afternoon. I trust you'll have an enjoyable and profitable weekend's racing. Till next time, from me, Rouvaun. Cheers for now.